Hello everybody, John here with Performance Plus Tennis. Welcome to today's video. We're going to go over the two-handed backhand. Comes from a question from one of our subscribers who was saying, can you do a video really detailing the two-handed backhand? Even though I'm a one-handed player naturally, I've been teaching the two-handed backhand for many years, and we're going to get into it here and help you with your two-handed backhand skills. To me, the two-handed backhand is really one of the easiest shots to learn in tennis, and the reason is that it's very connected. It's difficult to not be connected when you've got both hands on the racket. If you just get a couple of the key principles down, it starts to feel very, very natural. Now, one of the things that I'm really an advocate of is making a grip change. So when you're in ready position, if your left hand for a right-handed player is in control of the racket, it'll enable you to change your grip from, I like to sit in a forehand grip. It enables me to change my grip to a continental, and that's really important. And the reason is that if you don't change your grip, and we've seen players throughout history that don't, even players that have been #1 in the world like Venus Williams, and you'll see her with her wrist bent like this and cocked. But I always say to my students, is there anything you do in life that's comfortable that you do like this? And the answer is no. So really what ends up happening is your two hands end up having an argument, basically. One is fighting for comfort and the other one is trying to hold the position. So it ends up your right hand gets much more involved in the shot. But if you make a grip change to a continental and just let the right hand just float and sit on top and let the left hand be the dominant driving force in the swing, it'll start to take shape pretty quickly. And what you want to feel here when you make that grip change, you want to make that grip change right away. So as you're making a unit turn, the grip has already been changed, it's already set. And that really sets you up to have a very clean unit turn and a very clean movement back to the ball. So a lot of times what players will do, and this is where the two-handed backhand does go wrong, is players will prepare with their hands, and the hands will become independent of the body or the shoulder rotation, and you'll end up having a disconnected backhand that feels awkward. It feels like you're sort of handcuffed, if you will, like you're stuck and you can't really make a swing. So the hands have to work with the shoulders in order to have a range of motion. Without it, you would just feel very, very limited. So that connection needs to originate in your preparation. So what I want you to feel once you make the grip change is that your hands just follow your shoulders. They just follow your shoulders, and they follow your shoulders all the way back to your shoulders are perpendicular to your target line, and then your hands can just stretch back a little bit further and become independent. But it's this position where you feel connected that you can make a unit turn back into the ball and get your torso to really generate the power behind your swing. And it's really, really important. So when you're preparing to play a two-handed backhand, take it back with your shoulders rotating and keep your right arm straight for a right-handed player. And that will set you up to have a really good unit turn to play your backhand. And when you get back and you're set up in your unit turn, you can allow your left elbow to have a flex in it. And that'll make it much more comfortable than straight arm. See how I'm very locked up and limited? So take it back with a straight right and a comfortable, relaxed left. This would be a much better position to be in. And now you can see that the racket's sitting above the hand and the elbow's got a little bit of a nice flex in it right here. And that's kind of just setting up and supporting this position. This is ideal right here for you, okay? So now when you go to make your move here, what's going to happen is you're going to relax the racket head through your hands, and then what's going to happen is you're going to coming through, the left arm is going to get straight, and watch the right arm get a bend in it. Look at that. See how the left arm is driving straight, and now the right arm's got the bend. So in the beginning, the right arm is straight to really create that unit turn, and then you're going to come back and extend and drive that left arm and get that straight as you come through to play your shot. So the left hand and the left arm become the dominant feature in the forward motion of your swing. So the next key element that you really need to understand to play a powerful and accurate two-handed backhand is where the contact point is. And so the contact point from a side view is going to be right here alongside me. See how I'm very, very comfortable with my hands, and I can have power right into this range. It looks like I'm maximizing or reaching my total power right there, right through the ball. And you can see that if I relate that to my body, it's pretty adjacent to my right hip or my right foot or my right knee, my front foot here. And this would be ideal. This is where I've got excellent balance and posture, and I can make a powerful rotation with my shoulders into that ball. Okay? Now from a back view or a front view, this is really important that you understand the contact range as well. And it's very different than a forehand. I'll give you an example. If I were hitting a left-handed forehand, and I came in here and my hand was right here, and I was hitting a forehand, look how close that is to me. But see where my hand is, this is perfect. See that? So this is perfect for the two-handed backhand. It's right next to me, close to me. It's not out here where a forehand would be out there. That'd be very good for a forehand. I could never hit a two-handed backhand out there because it would break my balance and break my posture. So knowing where that range is right next to you and slightly in front and right next to you, this is really, really important to know. And of course, the two-handed backhand requires exceptional footwork and positioning in order to get that contact point just right so that you can deliver that swing through the slot of power to come right into contact and deliver that powerful swing. So you really got to know where your contact point is, and you've got to have excellent footwork to get into position to create that contact point range. The next key element on your two-handed backhand is that once you're coming into contact and you have this contact point dialed in, your intention is to drive it out and extend. And I think this is where a lot of club players go wrong. They actually play with their arms. You know, we see a lot of pros that finish with bent arms, but if you look at them in slow motion, almost every time they're driving with a natural, comfortable extension here before they bend the elbows. So I like to say the term extend before you bend. Extend before you bend, because the bending part is not going to help you. If you start bending in here, then you're probably going to overspin the ball and you're not going to have any shoulder power. So your power is going to come through your rotation and then you drive. And away she goes. And then you can relax and bend your elbows. But that extension is very, very important to get that excellent drive on your two-handed backhand. Of course, good footwork, balance, and rhythm contributes to having a two-handed backhand that's going to be dynamic and active and flow. So we're going to cover a little bit on the footwork here. And in today's tennis, you see a lot of players hitting open stance backhands. And I actually like the open stance backhand because I like to teach it as a training method first and then as an application later, because when you play off the open stance, you're training to learn how to get your weight set up on the back leg. And a lot of the players make the mistake of getting on the front leg too soon, and then they're kind of trapped and they can't really rotate or really shift their weight into the ball. So when you set up on the back leg, then you time and put the foot in and push off the back leg, it gives you an excellent connection between the footwork, weight shift, and the swing, which delivers excellent easy power. So make sure that when you're going out to play that you really feel like you step out and step up and set up on the back leg before you push into the front foot to make your swing. And don't think about trying to get on your front foot too soon, because that'll just trap you in your swing. Okay, so really work on that open stance. And then once you get that, you'll naturally go out and play a ball and then put the foot in and play it, and you'll feel like you really get that great push off your back foot. And then finally, the conclusion of that is that once you've made your swing and you're coming through and you've got a lot of energy, that energy should just pull you around to face the net, and you should land on that outside leg. And that just sets you up to be back into a position where you can recover and respond to the next ball that you're playing. And it really should be the byproduct of the rotation that you take into the shot. Thanks so much for watching today's video. And if you're a two-handed backhand player, I hope that these tips help you improve your two-handed backhand. Please give us a like, leave your comments down below, and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. Share this video with a friend, and we'll look forward to seeing you in our next lesson.